Hello, everyone. My name is Treasure Kafo, a trainer here at Techie Academy. Today, we're going to look at one of Oracle's coolest DBA features. So picture this, one of our imaginary DBAs, Jerry, is sleepy after a very long, tough day. At exactly 4 p.m., he accidentally deletes rows from a table. Or even worse, he drops the table. Now, Jerry as a DBA can go and look for the backup of that database, which he should have, and restore it. But compared to what you're about to learn now, backups would be a much slower route. It's an overkill, especially if your backups are like really, really large. So instead of panicking, Jerry can simply rewind the database back in time, like a time travel of some sorts, and get back what was previously there. That is what Flashback lets you do. Flashback lets you query or restore past data without you having to use a backup. There are different variants of the flashback operation, like the flashback query, the flashback table, the flashback drop, and the flashback database. Today, we'll be looking at the flashback drop and the flashback database. Let me show you how this is done. I would share the Oracle SQL developer window so that we can do a quick demo. Okay, so we'll start with the flashback drop. I would create a copy of the products table. I don't want to work with the original table in my database. So we create table products as select start from dim products. Right. Oh, sorry, dim products. This should be dim products. Yeah. So products, the table products has been created. We have a copy of that table. If I select to see what is inside that table, so we created a table product as a copy of our dim product table. I don't want to work with this table directly. And it was created. You can see table products created. Right. And if I select from this table, we can see our data here. So let's say I drop this table, drop table products. We drop this table. Now I've dropped this table. And by the way, a drop statement is a DDL statement, a data definition language statement. So once you make that kind of statement, once you make a DDL statement, it makes an implicit commit. So you wouldn't have to do like a commit on its own. And when that is done, you cannot roll back what you have just done. So rollback is not even going to help you here, right? Now, Oracle does something interesting. It can show you your recycle bin, what is inside your recycle bin, like your computer's recycle bin, right? So if I say show recycle bin, let me use caps lock, show recycle bin, right? We can see that our table products, which was dropped at 12:52, we can see that it's there, it's in the recycle bin. So with one command, I can flashback this table with our flashback statements. The flashback table products, our products table, to before drop. Flashback succeeded. Now, if I rerun this query, we can see that our query is back. And that's what a flashback drop has helped us to do, right? For the flashback table, let's move on to that. Let's say we do, let's use a DDL statement this time, an update statement. Since this is our table, updates, products, sets, let's use English product name. Let's use this column, English products name equal to, let's pick the first or the second value here, just for an example. We use our where statement to specify the exact row we want to make changes to or make updates to. So let's say we want to change row 4 here, or let's do row 5. This is the product key is 263. We want to change this to the English product name here to LL Road Frame Black 62, whatever that is. Yeah. So I can do where your product key is equal to 263. Now, if I do this, one row updated, if I select from products, we can see that our 263, the row there has been updated to this. Now, for example, let's say we didn't do these where statements. If you leave out this where statements from this query and you put your column here, you end this column here, you're going to update all the rows in this table. And let's say there's a commit as well. We now committed by mistake, right? We committed this statement. Run this. And you can see that 606 rows have been updated. Commit complete. We cannot roll back after this. Like rollback cannot help you at this point. So we're going to let me even show you. So if I say rollback, let's say I just do rollback statement here. It will roll back successfully. Yeah. But if I select from products, you can see that everything has been updated to one value, LL Road Flame Black 62. That rollback did not help me because I have already committed that statement, as you can see. So the solution here will be to use our flashback table. So flashback table products to you flash back to a certain timestamp. So the time you did it, right? And this timestamp, to get this timestamp, it would be like the difference between the time now and the time then. So let's say I did this like 2 minutes ago. So sys timestamp minus an interval of say 2 minutes. I just did this 2 minutes ago, for example. Right? That should be it. Right. I was expecting this error. Now it says to enable row movements. Another thing that Oracle does, it blocks a flashback to rows because your flashback statements can move rows around, which changes the row addresses, right? So to allow this, we must enable the row movement. We're going to use an alter statement, the alter table, products, enable row movements. We do that, it has been altered, and now we can now rerun this statement. I'll change the interval to 3 minutes just because. Change that to 3. Flashback succeeded. Now we have flashback this table successfully. If I select from products, check what is now there. Yeah, the rows have been rearranged, but we can see that our English product name, it's not the same value like it was before. It has now gone back to how it was 3 minutes ago. And so that's something that's really cool that Oracle helps you do. So to wrap up very quickly, we talked about flashback drop and the flashback table to timestamp. The flashback drop recovers drop tables from the recycle bin, and then the flashback table to timestamp rewinds a table's content to the past, to like a past moment, like we did with like 3 minutes or 4 minutes thereabouts, even after you have made a commit or even after you have made a drop. It provides that flexibility and it saves a lot of time for DBAs because I explained that backups especially if your files are too large. You now have to back up the whole thing, and you now have to restore all that data. So, but Flashback, it's like a faster and easier way for you to do that. Remember that rollback works only before a commit, but Flashback would work even after a commit or even after a drop statement like we made here. So there's no need to panic when for DBAs working with Oracle, we don't need to panic when mistakes like this happen. We just rewind time. These mistakes don't have to be disasters. So I hope you learned something new today. Thank you very much.